these encounters where these big battles and show matchups come in. So I'm really looking forward to that midfield battle into today's game.
So the Coastal side just sitting back a little bit in the press now.
I think Dylan Chandler, we have as you see, a circle entry shot off on the reverse. Unfortunately, the umpire deems that to come off the wrong side of the stick. It's good intent there by Inland, creating an opportunity. It hasn't settled really, but Inland seem to be dominating the tempo of the game, and they're dictating the tempo as we see another carry. And unfortunately, the KZN Coastals giving away a short corner for not being 5 and infringing.
After he's made it.
So Inland, 2 castles at the top. They go to the first castle. It's a flick from Chandler low, and it's a great save by the goalkeeper for a long corner. Forehand to forehand connections. Unfortunately, there's no supporting play. They'll have to play forward. I would like to see one of the midfielders coming up and supporting that ball carrier.
Take it nice and quickly. Good circle entry on the right, and some good defense there by De Oliveira.
Inland showing those skills in the 9-yard and winning themselves a penalty corner there.
Second penalty corner of the game for Inland.
But we also have Grant Bridgeford, who's on the second castle. They go to Chandler. This time he flicks high, and again it's off target. Across the park, exceptional ball across the pitch. Coastal's looking to get something out of this entry, and again they win a penalty corner.
First penalty corner of the game for the KZN Coastal side. I think they're a team that likes a flow and a bit of continuity. They don't like the stop-start aspect, so they can get that going. Could be interesting.
A little bit of shift off the castle, and it's Thomas with a great slap, hard and low along the ground, and that opens the scoring. Somewhat against the run of play, but there's no comments column on the scoreboard.
And that's like, as we spoke about earlier, guys, there's little half chances that you need to take in tight games like this. And Inland had quite a couple of opportunities earlier and didn't come away with anything, and now the pressure's on the scoreboard again for them.
The Inland boys work them over. As we look at the penalty corner that led to a goal, Thomas with a touch and a slap, without being overcritical of the keeper, at this level he'd expect to save that on his right foot, to try and get the ball high up too early.
Yeah, 100% right there, guy. I think that's an easy out for the Coastal side, if you want to say that, especially if you're a man down.
Bridgeford with a good interception there forward. Oh, and Inland have another opportunity in front of goals. Unfortunately, they've squandered it yet again. Just a simple receive there would have gone a long way in putting the goalkeeper under pressure. Unfortunately, just at the last minute, a bit of a technical error by the player.
I think one of the areas that the Coastal side can look to exploit is the T-point areas. We've seen Inland do it a couple of times. Good circle entry here again from Inland, looking for an outcome. This is their third penalty corner of the game. The first two, one was a save and one went wide.
Chandler's had 2, so is it going to go to Bridgeford? Bridgeford switch around. They go to another castle. Bridgeford is on the wraparound. Unfortunately, the umpire is saying that that's obstruction, much to the displeasure of the Inland players.
I think if the game stays like this going into halftime, I think the Coastal side will probably be a little bit happier going in. They've been under quite a bit of pressure in the half, and they've come away with the scoreboard pressure. As we see an entry into the circle on the right-hand side.
Marstorp in the 9-yard. What a fantastic finish from Marstorp. He just arrived there at exactly the right time. Nothing fancy. Onto the ball. His timing of his lead was fantastic, showing the quality player that he is. And again, against the run of play, Coastals have managed to go 2-0 up here right before the end of the second quarter. Inland are not going to be happy with their defensive efforts there.
And some really good, if you're looking at 9-yard goal scoring area skills, stick on the ball now nice and low in a good body position, and not trying to hit it too hard, just placing it past the goalkeeper.
Just as a pivot player, Chandler forcing the ball, and Liebenberg on in the 9-yard. He flicks a great save in the 9. Again, the defender's clear straight onto Inland's forehand.
Good defensive work there in the circle, especially in the 9-yard area. Good save with the goalkeeper, picking up the rebounds. Always important.
Unfortunately, another opportunity in the 9-yard for Inland. Now Inland are going to have to make sure they do something about that before it becomes too much of a problem.
In the circle entry, robbed, and a shot. Living dangerously there, the Inland defenders. and probably needs to get on the ball a little bit more.
Again, that press on the left hand side there with Liebenberg looking to force it. They have the ball inside the 9, pulls the trigger. I'm not sure if there was a little knock by a defender. It's to change the master, putting pressure on. He's won the ball. He's just picked his pocket. He's gone for the push pass and run. Keeper doesn't know what to do. Good decision at the end of the day. I thought he was going to come out of it.
Very good decision at the end of the day.
Yeah. The hit's gone the way of Coastals, and they have a little bit of a reprieve with 3.5 minutes to go. Thomas playing the ball straight into the Inland striker, having the shot. Another opportunity for Inland, goes a begging. Yeah, unfortunately, I think Inland are going to be a little disappointed today. They've left too many chances out there. With 1.5 minutes to go, it's unlikely that they're going to manage to scrape anything out of this game. They won't have enough time to score, come back to the middle and score again. And I think Coastals can be proud of their defensive effort today, particularly deep in the field, and I think that'll stand them in good stead as they go to the top of the table here in Pool B. Oh,
there's the opportunity that was missed again.
As we see the two teams there shaking hands, and I think Coastals will be obviously be the happier of the two teams there as they go to the top of the table. They've been in fantastic form here, and I think they're going to be buoyed by that as they head into the playoff games.